What's up, guys? It's your homeboy Cowboy Crunk coming to you from Naval Support Activity, Manama, Bahrain, here in the Middle East. Yes, it's your war daddy. Got to kick a video out for you guys. We got the Cardinals game coming up here in about 2.5 days, depending on when you're watching this, and depending on what time you think it is here, or it gets crazy. It's tough to get these games scheduled right for me with work and all those things. The Monday night games, the Sunday night games, those tend to work out a little better for me. But right now I'm here at the grooming station for our dog. We got our dog upstairs getting her hair cut, which we don't leave. It takes about 2.5, 3 hours to get that done. And she comes and gets her little, what we call the Kardashian cut every 3 weeks. And hey, she comes out looking tight. That's my little girl. So I'll be here for a little while. Had time to kick out a video. Did a little bit of research, looking to see where some of these guys are on comebacks. Looks like LVE is prepared to make a comeback, possibly on this week's game. I guess he had a full practice on Thursday. They said he didn't miss a beat. So Saturday, that's looking like they're going to evaluate how he feels on Saturday and see how he goes. I'm sure he'll get some snaps. Not sure we'll see a full 100%, 50, 60 game snap LVE, but hopefully we get him in 25, 30, 40 snaps would be awesome. But we'll see, guys. I think that'll help the defense out tremendously. We've got to get this defensive line together. D-line and this secondary have got to come together and clean things up for these linebackers. And if the D-line can clean things up, the linebackers can be fresh. The third level back there, the safeties in the corners, they just got to tighten it up. You can see that when we play these high-level wide receivers, these really, really tough, smart guys, like I knew we were going to have trouble with Lockett. Lockett just lit us up. He's very, very intelligent with his route running, especially on the zone coverage and stuff like that. So the Cardinals, the roster they have is very similar. Fitzgerald, a beast, first of all, but really smart in their route running. They can, in the zone, they can get these corners and safeties. They can run that seam between the corner and safeties and get the corner and safety confused on that transfer responsibility, kind of is what I talked about before. Is the corner going to stop and release him to the safety? Is the safety going to pick him up? Are they both going to cover him? A guy like Fitzgerald, that side you're usually going to double team. You'll have two guys on, so it doesn't get as confusing. What gets confusing is the guy on the other side. When he runs that seam between the corner and the safety, the corner should release him and cover his area and let the safety take him one-on-one deep. And those are the situations. That's why Lockett was killing us. That wasn't happening, and our safeties were getting beat. They were turning their hips. When that receiver's coming at you, you have to turn your hips and be ready to run quick. And when those receivers are running to you 80%, and they see you turn to pivot, and they lock in 100% and blow past you, it's too late. And by the time that safety turns, we have guys 2 or 3 yards behind the safety. The safety's trying to catch up, and all the quarterback has to do is toss it up, put a little air underneath it, and let him run underneath it. So we've seen that too many times this year. It's been like repetitive. I would say the Dallas Cowboys have been beat deep and had incomplete passes. If you count just getting beat deep, we have to be leading the league in that statistic. So hopefully with LVE, hopefully getting back this week, Randy Gregory in 2 weeks, we can hold this thing together. You guys know Dak is out for the season. Of course, that's something. I check out my Twitter. I did want to say that I don't get on my Twitter too much, but check out Cowboy Crunk Twitter. It's the same Twitter handle as my YouTube. Relatively easy to find. I've started using that a little more. Mainly I use Twitter to follow some of the guys that put out news. It's the quickest way to get news from like Fisher and some of the guys that are like in line there and have internal contact with the Cowboys. You get really up-to-date things really quick. So I track my Twitter a lot. When I see something important, I'll come out and I'll make a video. And that's the way I kind of run things. But it helps you guys get the information pretty quick. It gives you, I'll take some news I get up there, a little information, and I'll throw other stuff in that's happened during the week, or predictions on the game, or how people, how we think we're going to do well or not, or players that we think maybe will just step in and help us out. Right now, we're still looking for safety. There was some talk between Simmons, I guess, or not some talk. There was some talk around about possible looking at us getting a trade for Simmons, which is a safety there for the Denver Broncos, which is on a franchise tag. Mike Fisher just put out a video about that. I had no clue about it, something I wasn't even tracking. I'm still tracking Earl Thomas. I think that is the move the Cowboys should try and make. Like I said in my previous videos, I'm thinking the reason that didn't happen is Earl Thomas wants guaranteed money, and the Cowboys probably, it's just my perception, I think they probably made an offer. I think that's why HaHa Clinton Dix is gone. I think the offer probably was pushed over to Earl Thomas, and after he looked at it, he said, if I sign this and I get injured, the season's done for him, and then his money's done, and then he's going to have trouble getting back on the field with 3 broken legs, throughout his career. So that's why I think that didn't happen. Sorry to be repetitive, that the guys that are on my channel all the time, but you got to point that out. I just feel really bad that we haven't done anything at safety. It's a horrible thing, and it's putting the rest of our team in jeopardy. You got 80% of the team. I think we're pretty solid in most areas, and corner and safety right now, especially safety, we're just. It's not working out for us. We got some corners coming back. Cheeto should be back shortly. Anthony Brown should be back shortly. He may be. I haven't even seen any news on him, and I apologize. I should have checked that before I started cranking his video up. But we've got some defensive prospects coming back onto the team that we should have had. I'm telling you guys, it's just a few changes on this team, and we're 4-1 or 5-0. We were in every game. We actually probably won the game, that comeback that we shouldn't have. We played a good game against the Giants. The Giants are a tougher team than people think. They are not such an easy out, and there's never an easy out, on a weekend. In the NFL, especially when you're the Dallas Cowboys, and every team is gunning to play their best against you. So that's where we are right now, guys. I'm confident. This is a big game for us. This like kind of puts us on the hot seat for where we are making a move up, or we're just not looking so good this season. The Cardinals are not an easy out either. We're going to have to contain Kyler Murray. It's going to be difficult. We have to have lane integrity. The defensive line guys cannot just peel their ears back and try to go to the left or go to the right around the guards, the tackles, or they've got to push through and just keep their lane integrity. They're as you guys recall, they've got a good set of receiving core, so that's what concerns me more than anything. But Kyler Murray being able to take off with his feet, and he will put it on the ground and take off in a second. So big concerns. Not concerned with the offense. Andy Dalton stepping in, of course. There's going to be some bumps at times. There may be bumps the rest of the season. Andy Dalton is not expected to play at Dak Prescott's level, and that's a tough pill for us to take. But Andy Dalton is a good quarterback. He's very good. Can we do this with Andy Dalton? I still think we can. The problem is the defense. If the defense steps up, we're 4-1. If they step up after game one, if they were capable of fixing the problems after game one, I don't think it's a scheme thing. I know there are some scheme issues, but this defense is missing more than some scheme issues. So until we make some roster upgrades, which we do have coming in, which is going to help us. Is it enough? We'll see. Is LVE going to be like a lights-out linebacker? Is he going to help Jalen Smith step his responsibilities up and cover more and play a little better? He could. You got Joe Thomas there. You know, do we go 3 linebackers? We got Aldon Smith. We got Randy Gregory coming back. There's some big parts of this offense, or excuse me, this defense that are going to get better, except, you know, the safety position is just where we kind of have it's our Achilles heel right now. Cheeto and Brown coming back is going to help us in our secondary. So, like I said, we've got big moves coming back. We will get better. If Andy Dalton can hold this thing together on the offensive side and do the things he's capable of doing, and he's a Pro Bowl level quarterback, guys. He is. And if he gets the protection from this line he needs, there's not a huge drop-off from him and Dak Prescott. There's a drop-off, but it's not like the season's over, we need to tank, this shit is done, and those things. So, hey, guys, get behind Andy Dalton. I guarantee you Dak is behind him. Dak knows his job is not in jeopardy. Andy Dalton came here to rejuvenate his career, take a year off, get behind Dak, and kind of get some, you know, and hang out in Dallas and be with his family. And now he's getting the opportunity to play, which I know he wanted that, not in this particular situation. He was hoping he'd get, you know, to play 4 or 5 quarters this season in some games we were ahead or whatever. But he's going to end up starting 11 games for us. So, you know, let's go Red Rocket. Tear it up. Let's do your thing. Dak is behind you, just like Romo that was there to support Dak. Big difference is Dak Prescott is still a young, you know, 100% going to recover quarterback that's going to be here for us. So that's down the road. We'll work that deal out when it comes. But anyways, guys, Cowboy Crunk from Manama, Bahrain. Let's get this thing done, guys. Peace.